Bada bing, bada boom. We've done it again. Technology has aligned for us to be right here in this moment on the internet. Can you believe it?
For
And if
now,
you're here
yeah.
with us, then
Crazy.
buddy,
I just,
jackpot for you.
it's insane. It's insane technology nowadays. And we're all here just to talk about some Coen Brothers movies. And what? Interview with the Vampire too? A little bit of chat on that.
Yes, we shall be as immortal as them.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like it's always kind of a bad week when your movie chest pick is better than both of your director's dive movies.
Wow.
I was just gonna say that I enjoyed Interview with a Vampire. I think the best out of these three movies.
Yeah, I
this week.
definitely did too.
Really? Wow, okay. Well, I don't know. I didn't really feel the same, but that's interesting.
I mean, I didn't think it was like an amazing
didn't-
movie, but I definitely thought it was better than the Coen Brothers movies.
Yeah, we're
You didn't
definitely
like
in
the
like the weaker
documentary about
area.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, as he's revealing all of his secrets. This and
Yeah.
Eyes Wide
Holy
Shut.
shit!
We've
Yeah,
done a
I didn't even
feature
think about that.
of just the seedy
How to become
underbelly.
Tom
immortal.
Cruise is a vampire
Tom
in
Cruise
real life.
fights you.
Yeah,
Can you
I
suck
made
his
it.
blood?
I mean, you want to talk about Interview with the Vampire first? Then is that just get
Yeah,
right
might as
into
well
it?
just lead
Yeah.
off with it. Yeah.
I made one note on this movie, and it is Tom Cruise drains a rat in this movie.
Hell yeah, he does.
That's the only thing I felt like writing down in that movie. I don't know.
Wait, I mean, why did you write down Tom Cruise? I mean, Brad Pitt is the one eating all the fucking rats.
The thing
Sure,
that
Brad Pitt
captured
was
my
kind of
attention the
disgusting.
most is when Tom Cruise was like, and he's like squeezing the rat into
You're-
the little fucking
Yeah.
You're telling
glass
me
form.
you didn't find it kind of badass the fact that he came back from the bottom of a swamp drinking alligator and other rodents all the way home just to be like, bitch.
Yeah, that was
Like-
pretty wild.
Yeah.
I was
was
kind of
dope.
confused though, because like the first time he comes back, after they throw him in the swamp and think that he's dead, then they light his ass on fire and then they assume he's dead, but he's
Kill him.
not. And they find that out after Brad Pitt has like murdered all of the vampires in Europe. But how he murders all the vampires in Europe, except for the one guy he slices in half, he lights them on fire. So if Tom
the
Cruise
European
survived the
fire.
fire, wouldn't all those other vampires survive the fire too?
The difference between Tom Cruise's vampire and them is he is
He's Tom
powered by
Cruise?
Scientology. So
Yeah, okay.
he just ascends to another plane until he reaches the top tier and becomes a god. So
Enters
keep that
another
in mind.
vessel. I
Yeah.
think that's what Scientology is or some shit. But yeah.
Something like that.
Probably, I don't know.
Astral project. Yeah.
Yeah. So then also, I didn't know that, like, I don't know, I had never seen this before. I'm assuming that What We Do in the Shadows, like the original movie and probably the show, is like a spoof of this. I never really
Yeah.
made that connection before, mainly because I
Yeah.
had never seen this before, but
Like,
like,
definitely has a lot of the.
a lot of influences. Yeah, like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fucking pit thing, like that
Mhm.
with the sun. I mean, that's straight it. Like that is in What We Do in the Shadows, you know. So I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the 1700s, 1800s of it all too. Definitely like
Mhm.
out of time vampires. That's for sure
Yeah,
the gist of both of those.
man, just two pretty boys, emo as fuck
Yeah.
vampires. Like
Yeah.
this is like the original Twilight. I feel like.
Yeah,
Except for
Yeah.
a little more entertaining, less bleak, less
Yeah.
like
more
blah.
for dudes, I guess too.
True.
Definitely.
True.
Dude, also, I didn't know that Antonio Banderas was in this. I thought it was just Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. And then I saw him as like the third name listed in the opening credits. And then it's like an hour and a half in, and I'm like, where the fuck is Antonio
Antonio?
Banderas? Like,
Yeah, takes a while. Yeah, he's a pretty good character though. When
yeah,
he does
I
show
thought he
up.
did a good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
With his role, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Like, he's supposed to be the oldest vampire, and they had like no idea about
Where
like,
they came
vampire
from.
history. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That was
kinda
like
play,
thing that bothered me. I was like really hoping they'd
yeah,
kinda
that
get
that
into
kind of
that.
bothered me too.
They
Yeah.
play pretty fast and loose with like the vampire rules. Like they just kind of
I
pick
think
and
so,
choose which
too,
ones
yeah.
they want to work or not. It's like,
Yeah,
what's
like
what
the
about what'd you
vampire
say?
lore.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
silly fucking jest.
That's the
What are you
fable.
talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, but the coffins? Oh, those are we got to see
Yeah.
the coffins.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah,
they just
he
kinda
throws the
jazz.
candlestick at the mirror and you see his reflection. I'm like, wait, Hold up. Or isn't that a thing? I don't know.
True. Yeah.
Pick
I thought the
Nah, I
same
don't fucking
thing.
know.
No
I was
garlic,
also
right?
wondering how they were getting into everybody's houses without being invited in, unless they
Yeah.
were invited in off
That's a
screen.
good
But
point. Yeah, yeah.
True.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean, like
did.
the sunlight, I guess, is the only major rule. Then.
Seems that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did find this fun fact here. Due to not getting along during filming, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt refused to work with each other ever again, except for, of course, if he accepts the role in Tarantino's new movie. So
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a long
one man
Interesting.
can bring them back
Yeah.
together.
30
One man
year
can do that.
fucking.
You
gap.
know, I like wouldn't have. I don't know. That kind of makes sense in my head for some reason that like they wouldn't like each other, but I don't really. I don't know. I don't really know
Well,
a lot about them as people. So like,
When I was
Yeah.
when I was reading it, the only complaint that I could find that Tom Cruise had was that Brad Pitt didn't wear deodorant, and he was like, it stunk. So,
wow.
like,
That can't be it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it was kind of a weird experience to see Tom Cruise listed like built second in a movie. So man, I just think
Yeah.
like him and Brad Pitt, I feel like they're at
Big
like
egos.
they're
big
about to pop off in their careers
Yeah.
right here, and
That's
yeah,
what I was
maybe
kind of
just
thinking
too
too.
bumping. Yeah.
What did this come out in
Yeah.
1994? Was that? Or I mean, I know it was the early 90s, but like,
yeah.
94.
so
baby.
like, I mean, they had like some roles before this. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
know.
They did
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, they were known. They were definitely well known.
Yeah,
But it's
I
like
think at this time, though, after what, 7, and
that's like all
I
I
don't
could
know,
think of
Fight
too.
Club. I mean,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt was
I
kind
think
of
Fight
a
Club was,
bigger
like,
stuff
later in the
star.
earlier
90s.
shit, like Legends of the Fall or some shit like that.
Right.
And
Yeah,
Cruise was
I
in
think
like
in
Risky
this
Business
moment-
and stuff like that. And
yeah, that's
Right.
true.
I just think Brad Pitt was probably just bigger right at this moment because, yeah, Tom Cruise hadn't hit that action hero stride yet.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the first Mission Impossible movie hadn't came out yet, right?
And I don't think so. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
96, I believe, was the first one.
Mhm.
Yeah, not yet. No, but I don't know. I mean, I guess like my main gripes with it are just like you've probably seen like all this before nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the best
now.
vampire things I've seen. I mean,
Yeah, I did. I
definitely.
wrote down like at this time. I don't know how much vampire lore had been explored in like just literature or like actual like media, like shows and
There's
TV.
Dracula movies and shit for
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I guess the concept of like turning a kid into a vampire and them not aging forever, I feel like that is probably a new concept for for media, you know.
That was novel. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they play that out to its most fullest dramatic conclusion.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst was doing pretty good. I mean,
Right.
as a child
I
actress.
agree. Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Killed it.
Yeah, I was
thought it
thinking
very good.
like other shit that she had been in around this time too, and I think like Jumanji it came out early '90s. I don't know if that was before or after this.
I think this is one of her
But,
first roles, honestly.
Yeah,
She's
I
pretty
think that
young.
was after.
This or Jumanji?
This-
Jumanji.
I think Jumanji. I think is a little bit after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty close.
Damn, I thought
Yeah,
Jumanji
she's
came
got
out earlier.
something.
Let me see.
Sure.
Definitely.
Also, like my bigger gripes on the
Yeah,
movie.
1995, the year
right
after.
She's a star after this movie. She like deserved like a award, like a nomination
Yeah.
almost for her
I
performance in the
felt
movie.
like
man.
that
Yeah,
scene
she
where
was
her
really
and Brad
good.
are like kind of like fighting, yelling at each other.
Mhm.
Her energy like carried that scene. I feel like
For
she was
sure.
like leading that scene.
Yeah.
Well, that and into when she kills Tom Cruise or attempts to, I thought that was fucking
Yeah.
wild. I'm like, wow,
Yeah, I thought so too.
she's killing it.
Yeah, the dead man's
Yeah.
blood thing, like again with the vampire lore, is that like a thing? Like I
didn't
don't,
really know that one,
I
Yeah,
haven't
that was
really
new to
like
me.
seen
Yeah.
or heard about that one before.
but it's important
No,
in this
neither.
one.
Yeah, to the plot, but like I
Is
don't
that
know,
what he's
you just
like-
make up some fucking vampire lore for your plot, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Is that why he's like scraggly for the next like 300 years or what? Because like, is it
Kinda
just like he was
lasting.
burnt or like why is he like still like a
I don't
weirdo?
know. I was wondering that too.
I think he just wasn't getting the proper feeding because I mean, after he got a new host, Christian Slater, I mean, I think he kind of just rejuvenated himself, gave himself purpose.
Took him
Yeah.
300 years to do that. What?
To find a proper suitor, I think, you know.
The one that he like just creeped. What I got from that, he's still creeping on Brad Pitt, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
found Christian Slater outside, and he was like, "I'm gonna eat that guy now." I don't even
I think he
fucking
was
know that.
tired of Brad Pitt. It wasn't too
Yeah.
compatible, you know.
Then why is he
Yeah.
why is he creeping on Christian Slater?
Because
He
Brad
wants a
Pitt
new
wanted
piece of
it.
ass.
So it's just a coincidence that he was just giving his life story to Brad Pitt?
Oh, I thought Brad Pitt talked to Tom Cruise and then went to Christian Slater. So then that's why Cruise showed up,
Yeah,
following, like you
yeah.
said, Pitt. But then he's like, this Slater guy is kind of nice.
Gotcha.
So
Mhm.
I
I
didn't
don't
make
know.
that connection.
Yeah,
I missed that, I guess.
that's kind of what my thinking was too. Actually, I was like, oh, is he just going to use Brad Pitt to find the right people now? Yeah,
That was my timeline of
you guys
him
fucking
going
missed
to
that.
Cruise in the house, and then he went to Cruise, and then he was like, all right, fuck it, and then he wanted to go
But
spill his guts.
but when he went to cruise, that was still like 1800s or some shit. Or
That's
like,
what I.
because that's
Well,
what
I
my
thought it was
main
modern
gripe of the
time because the
movie.
yeah, because the
helicopter came through the
helicopter.
window.
Yeah. But then again, there's like a very large passage of time that just gets like skipped over, regardless.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because I
It's
mean,
true.
like, yeah, I mean, like, was most of Brad Pitt's time spent in Europe or spent in America?
I
Like
think
after
he
the
said that he was
whatever happened.
after he got tired of Europe, he came back to America.
Yeah,
Like
but I guess I'm
he
just like
spent a lot of
wondering
time there.
when that point. Yeah, okay,
They
gotcha.
traveled
So he
around
didn't
the
come back
world
until it
looking
was
for
like modern
vampires.
times, like back to
Yeah,
America.
then he came back modern time, and
It's like
yeah.
present day, basically, when he came.
That's how I understood it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess when they're in the weird old cabin, I feel like it was like old Brad Pitt looking motherfucker still. And then Christian Slater, it's like he's like this suit wearing guy. Maybe he
Old
was the same
Brad
guy.
Pitt.
Yeah,
He
like
doesn't
I
age,
figured he, like-
motherfucker.
well, I'm talking. He's wearing his little 1800s gown still, or whatever the fuck they're, like they're
Yeah.
they're frolicky
The frills
shirts.
and all
Maybe they
that,
do
yeah,
it different over there in the EU. Yeah, come on.
But that's America though, then, right? Like,
They're posh.
I don't know. My main gripe of the movie is like I think it's based on books, and you can tell because by the end of this movie, you don't even know what the fuck is like the point, in my
Yeah.
opinion, or like where it's going, or like,
I didn't.
and
I definitely did not.
and it's like it spends like way too much time hundreds of years ago when it's like clearly setting up the Christian Slater present day angle.
Yeah,
I was ready for more of like the lead up to the time, and it's just like
That would have been
Yeah,
a better
the
angle, I
fact that
think.
it was just like literally an interview going on was kind of like not relevant to the story, like
Yeah,
actually
not at all.
happening. Yeah.
once you like
I
figure
mean,
out that you're waiting
Until the
for
very
Christian
end,
Slater
apparently,
thing.
with Tom Cruise, coming
Yeah.
in. But I don't know. I didn't even catch that. So.
Why did
Two
Brad
Bar
Pitt
4
tell
didn't
them
even
this
catch
stuff?
that. So.
He's just like, tell everyone now about what I've done, and then he literally just dips out. Like, what's the point of it?
Make this movie.
Wait, I can Google it right now if you want.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
It's like it was a well-made movie. Like the craft of it was definitely there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird and didn't like make any like a lot of the like story beats towards the end. I was just questioning. Is like,
Yeah.
what is this about?
No, I could definitely. I can
Vampires.
understand that. I guess
It's
I guess I
about
really
vampires.
just liked hanging out with the cast the most, I think.
Yeah,
My
Like
big-
you fucking
I
depressed
agree.
Brad Pitt for 2 hours, just being sad
Not-
about
not-
living.
not so much Brad Pitt, but like
Look,
I
he
don't know,
was
I
a
feel like Tom
slob.
Cruise was really eating up the
Tom Cruise was
scenes.
having a good time for sure.
Yeah.
True.
He was like a darker character than most of his stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when he was undead and he was playing the piano, that whole scene was just dope. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And then even the end scene with Kim and Christian Slater, I really enjoyed that. So there was moments where I was just kind of like,
It was
Nice.
like the wittiness of that last lines were like, I've been listening to that guy for
Right,
That was
yeah.
fun. But then I was like, is this the same movie that I just like watched? Like,
that's what I couldn't
weird.
understand. Is this camp? Is this
Yeah.
horror? Is this a comedy?
Straight up
Is this
drama,
a
like,
romance?
a
What
little
what
bit
is
of
going on?
everything. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's outside the preconceived notions of
That's-
what genre
Okay.
is.
You
Okay.
can't pin it down. You just can't
Yeah.
pin it down.
Don't put it in a box.
I mean, to me, I was like in some like obviously like some homoerotic undertones of this movie with the leads and Antonio.
What makes you say
Banderas.
that?
Well, it's like they're like
And Antonio Banderas.
it's almost like they're a
I
gay
want
couple like
you.
raising a kid after
Yeah.
their past relationships or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's the point of the movie, I guess. In the end, is like
Yeah.
weird outsiders forming a weird relationship.
Yeah.
Is he about to make
Yeah.
like an epic reveal? That's what I'm waiting for. But
Full-size Tom Cruise cutout.
Yeah.
As a vampire?
As I was a vampire, yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, though, I don't know if I should wait for Alex to get back, but major Benjamin Button energy in this movie too, like towards the end too.
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt like narrating the times changing and stuff like that.
Yeah. The new world and
Damn, when did Benjamin Button come out?
It's 08, I believe. Wait,
okay.
09, 10.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It feels like Brad Pitt might have been like throwing back to this movie when he did that role, you know? Just because he's done something similar now that we've watched this one.
I was getting like Steel Magnolia vibes from him in this one a little bit. Just because of how outrageous he was, and how like
You talking Magnolia?
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of crazy, but like
Yeah.
we've had, well, never mind. Maybe. I guess this wasn't a director's dive, but I just like, we've watched a lot of Brad Pitt in the time that I've been on this podcast.
I wonder why that is.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he was in
No, it's the dude
Tarantino
that's
shit,
missing right now. It's like,
and he was
he's
in
voting
David
for it.
Fincher shit. And I mean, am I missing something about the Coen brothers?
He's in
Has
some
Brad
Coen
Pitt?
stuff. Not yet though.
Gotcha.
Burn After Reading, yeah.
Is that the only one? Might be.
I'm excited for that one, especially after watching these Coen ones, like and seeing Clooney. I don't know. I'm like becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Clooney.
Oh, we'll get into Clooney.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
mean,
some stuff to say about Clooney.
Wow. Okay.
not really.
Did you guys know
scathing.
that this movie is called Interview with the Vampire: The Vampire Chronicles?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
no idea.
Like, I didn't know
true?
until it showed up, like, on the opening credits. You know,
Yeah, I had never had known like that was the. I always thought it was just Interview with the Vampire. my whole
long
life.
fucking title. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next chronicle is.
Christian Slater. must
Maybe
be
it's Tom
involved.
Cruise's
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, what he was doing for 100 years, just sitting in the fucking rocking chair.
Or
Creepy.
like
That's
how he
yeah.
got his powers.
It's like who turned
how
him,
he got turned into a
or, like,
vampire.
what
Yeah.
the original. I'd love to see more of that. Or stick
Antonio
with me here.
Banderas.
Antonio Banderas. I would take more Armand. I'm thinking Christian Slater story, vampires in the future, man.
Yeah.
Vampires in like
Like Underworld shit.
2200s. Is that what Underworld is? Yeah.
I think there's a futuristic Underworld. I don't know.
This
I
is
haven't
a lead
actually-
into Blade.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, dude.
Same universe. Just fucking Brad Pitt getting his head chopped off by Blade in the sequel. That
Nah,
would be
probably
sick.
Tom Cruise, dude.
You
Both.
can look closely.
I
Wesley
mean, you can
Snipes
go
is
for both.
actually in Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
He's in Europe.
Creeping in the background.
Yeah.
All good over
Yes.
there?
Yeah. Kids,
They all good?
Yeah. Elliot's got like 6 molars coming in, so he's not enjoying sleeping.
Starting to
Yeah.
understand what pain is like.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, we
So
were
you're
just
not enjoying sleeping either.
the only other comment that I made was major Benjamin Button energy in this movie.
Yeah.
Towards the end, with like Brad Pitt narrating and the passage of time.
Just less wrinkly.
Less wrinkles. Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
less wrinkles. True. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. Pretty good movie. I might watch it again.
I
in the
also
future.
gave it 3.5,
Right, on.
but I was thinking about possibly bringing it down to 3.
I'm at 4. I enjoyed myself. It was just kind of fun. I see why they put it on like TNT for like all those reruns I saw growing up of Interview with Vampire. I'm like, this movie's got to have something.
Yeah, that's true. This was the one I always like went past and never put on. Yeah.
Same.
Nah,
Same.
Gotta be something else. But, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's definitely got the performances, got the I don't know, story, the classic time story.
Yeah, it definitely feels that like classic vampire feel.
Yeah.
Old timey vampire shit.
Yeah, I like how it was set in like New Orleans too. I thought that was kind of
it was a bit
interesting.
different. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. If you're thinking of like a vampire story of that time period, I fal like
London or France
stuffy.
or yeah.
Well, I guess like if it was going to be in America, I would assume they would pick like some New England region city, you know,
Yeah,
instead
true.
of there.
True.
So I
New
think that's
York
kind of
or
neat.
something. Yeah.
I actually recently found out that New Orleans is actually, I think, the oldest like city or colony in the United States because it was a French colony originally.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
See
Makes
that?
sense, I suppose.
Yeah, Columbus landing in the Caribbean and then moving
Fucking
up.
marshland
Yeah.
civilization. That's where we started, right? I've never been to New
Swamps.
Orleans though.
We
But,
came out of the swamp.
yeah.
yeah. Well, I guess
Crawled out of the swamp into the fucking US.
We evolved. Have we made it to vampire status yet? We'll
Not
see.
yet.
Time will tell.
Tom
If we
Cruise
don't
has.
age.
Oh, you guys haven't?
Yeah. We don't age like Tom.
Would you guys be eating rats if you were a vampire, or would you just be going full Tom Cruise and just going for it?
I think
think
I'd
I'd
have to
like-
just go for it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can eat a rat.
I think it depends.
Like
I don't really
vegetarian
know.
vampire.
Like
Just have to kill a
I
few people
don't
to
think
really
I would know. Like I don't think
understand.
I would know how I'd feel until it happens. You know, like
Fair.
Yeah.
I think I would like target people I felt like deserved it, you know, just like assholes or
Yeah.
corrupt
People who are
politicians and
lingering
shit.
outside of bars at night. That's the target, right?
Sure.
Hungry ass dudes. But then you like
Okay.
dudes probably don't taste as good though, right? In my
You just get drunk off of their blood alcohol level. You know,
True.
you get a
Yeah,
little
a little
boozy.
mixer.
Yeah.
Well,
Bloody Mary, perhaps.
Ooh.
Mm.